up, guys? Benny. Politics is a profession of liars, and so the people that often rise to the top of that profession are the most successful liars, and that perfectly is true when it comes to the Clintons. A family that literally lied their way into the White House, were prosecuted for their lies, impeached for their lies, and ladies and gentlemen, they continue their lies this day. President Trump said that he'd put Hillary in jail. We await for that promise to be kept. Maybe it will be. But of all the lies that the Clintons have told on a professional political landscape, are any as egregious as this? This is what Hillary Clinton's social media avatar is. It's the cover of her book, her newest book about her life. That's all she writes about, is how smart she is and how wise she is and how incredible her life is and how stupid you are. Anyway, this is what Hillary Clinton wants you to think that she looks like. Is that true? Well, why don't we check a recent video of Hillary Clinton and see if they match, okay? Here we go.
Global initiative started by my husband will work closely with SEWA and with our partners.
What the hell is this?
The American India Foundation, the Adrian Arsht Rockefeller Foundation Resilience Center.
The more you look at it, the more you realize that Hillary doesn't actually look like whatever the hell this is. It must be AI, airbrushed. Just giving the Kardashians a run for their money. She looks a lot more like George Soros, right? It's like, it really, like, this is what you've morphed into. This is what Hillary Clinton has become. Isn't it the same? They look the same, right? From this, all right, to this. Yeah, it's the same thing. Ugh. Goodness gracious. I mean, the point is that, like, not necessarily that Hillary Clinton is hideous. That is also the case, but that the Clintons have been lying for their entire careers, but it's catching up to them. And Bill Clinton is not only looking really wobbly these days, but is also traveling with some pretty heavy medical gear. He's been very unhealthy for a very long time, and Bill Clinton is now traveling with a defibrillator, and a new video out shows Bill Clinton to be quite unstable. People are very worried about him. Bill Clinton seen with a defibrillator at the Hamptons airport, sparking new health concerns. Looking kind of gaunt and skinny. The Epstein news cycle probably not the best for him. Hillary not looking any better for the wear either. Jeez. Oh, man. Bill, your girlfriend. Bill Clinton with a defibrillator. Health questions explode. Health records included quadruple bypass, stents, collapsed lung surgery, sepsis treatment, repeated hospital stays, and he recently stumbled on a New York sidewalk. Here you go. You can watch here Bill Clinton nearly fall over. He's walking. He wobbles and can barely keep himself. He needs to, like, use a post to keep himself upright. Yeah, not looking great, dudes. Bill Clinton health scares abound. The recent video that is making all the rounds, Bill Clinton looks frailer than ever during shocking Gala speech, where onlookers reveal that he's kind of like Joe Biden now. Sad to watch. Worrying signs, and the audience is stunned. Ailing former President Bill Clinton, sudden guest at a glitzy New York City gala with multiple obvious issues that suggested he was increasingly poor health. The 79-year-old wore a Band-Aid on his nose, visibly shook as he turned the pages of his speech, and made at least one uncomfortably long pause during the Headstrong to Support Free Mental Health Care for Veterans event on Wednesday. It's unclear why Clinton was sporting a Band-Aid, although he's previously been treated for precancerous lesion on the same body part. The frail former commander-in-chief spoke in low, halting voice as he handed out the award to a Navy SEAL. An onlooker who was at the event told the Daily Mail, "It was sad to watch. The room was dead silent when he spoke because of his low voice. He was speaking so slowly. Nobody knew what he was going to say. It was, anyway, let's go ahead and go to tape. Here's what it looked like.
After he got out of the Navy, he went into the Secret Service and did a whole lot of other things that were important. I admire that he was really proud that his son became a SEAL. He could have quit after what he went through in the military. He could have quit after what he went through with the Secret Service.
You know, it's amazing. Like, he and President Trump are the same age. Isn't it wild? The differences. You can see here the massive bandage on his nose. An old person would have something like that on his face if he, again, had a cancerous lesion that was taken off. Or perhaps fell. You know, a lot of old people fall and they bust up their nose. This would be something that you would hit. Joe Biden constantly had bruises all over his face. And yikes, man. Yeah, you can hear him halting and not really able to make super clear remarks. People were worried. Again, you can see the massive bandage on his nose. And again, if you're looking like this as you're walking, you know, if you're walking and you're like barely able to stand upright. I'm not trying to dunk on the guy. I mean, I guess like everyone gets older, but what I'm trying to say is that, you know, we all like, I guess like some of us live out past our prime. This is such a sad video of Bill Clinton trying to like walk into a bookstore and like, and Zoomer kids are just like, get out of my way, right? Look at this. They don't even stop. They don't know who the hell this guy is. Nobody does, actually. Bill Clinton's like trying to, you know, cause a stir, cause a crowd, get noticed. Everyone's like, get out of my way. Like, this dude's like, got my kid. I got to get places. I got to do things. No one cares. No one cares, dude. This is Bill Clinton who's been let out of his prison sentence. This is Bill Clinton's prison sentence.
These people will stop at nothing. And yes, the Russians helped them last time. The Russians are helping them now. And you cover the White House. You know that the White House has said, don't brief the Congress. Don't even tell them in classified settings what the Russians are doing this time.
Could you imagine living? Look at poor Bill Clinton. Could you imagine that? I know Bill Clinton probably will never go to jail for what he's done, but wow, what a jail sentence, having to live with that. Hillary Clinton looks like she was hit by a freight train. Oh, man. Onlookers didn't recognize him or deemed him irrelevant. Bill can hardly walk. Bill and Hillary look ghastly. It's just like a little lesson. When your time's over, just like play the music off. You don't got to be making speeches anymore. Joe Biden didn't have to run for president. Everybody knew that the guy was already cooked. They just do this kind of stuff for power. It's goblin behavior. Go spend time with your grandkids. Go like garden. Go do like the kind of little things that bring joy to people and actual happiness and purpose. They're still like rattling around the bottom of the barrel trying to get money, trying to give these like horrible speeches. I mean, geez, like what are you doing? This is Hillary Hildebeest in India. You know, this is from last year. She's in India. What is she doing there? Ugh, looks like she drank the water. It's terrible. Hang it up, you know? Hang it up is what I say. But they're not going to listen to me. Maybe someday they will. I don't know. But I do know this, that you can like, share, and subscribe and hear more. And I listen to you. And it's your boy, Benny. See ya.